Hello everyone, this is my presentation, English for Accounting. My name is Dika Arman and let's start it. Balance sheet. The balance sheet is one of the two fundamental financial statements and is key to both financial modeling and accounting. The balance sheet displays the company total asset and how those assets to financial through their debt or equity. It can also be referred to as the statement of net worth or a statement of financial position. The balance sheet is based on the fundamental equation asset is liability plus equity. Different type of tax and their definition and explain the type of tax culture accurately. Tax are involuntary fees levied to individual or corporation and enforced by a government entity, whether local, region, or national, in order to financial government activities. In economics, tax fall on whomever pay the burden of the tax, whether this is entity paying tax such as business of the consumer, the business good. Class of tax. In the literature of public finance, tax have been classified in various ways according to who paid from them, whose burden, the unlimited burden of them, the extent to finance the burden can be specific, and various other certain. Taxes are most commonly classed as either direct, or indirect. Direct tax. Direct tax are primarily tax or natural person, and tax are typically based on the tax ability to pay measured by income. Consumption or net wealth, individual income tax are commonly limited to total personal net income of the taxpayer, which may be an individual or couple or family. In case of some simple minimum, there are also commonly adjusted to take into account the increments influencing the ability to pay, such as family status, number and age of children, and financial burden result from illness. Number 2, indirect tax. Indirect tax are related to production or consumption of the goods and services or transactions, including import and export. Example including general and selective sales tax, value-added tax, VAT tax, and any specific of manufacturing or product. Tax are legal transaction and consumption, custom or import duty. Goods and Service Tax (GST). Goods and Service Tax (GST). The Goods and Service Tax (GST) is value-added tax levied on most goods and services sold for domestic consumption. The GST is paid by consumer, but it's remitted to the government by the business selling the goods and services. The Goods and Service Tax (GST) is an indirect federal sales tax that is applied to cost of certain goods and services the business paid. The GST to the price of the product, and a consumer who's paid the product pay the sales price includes of the GST. The GST portion is collection by the business or selling forwarded to the government. It's also referred to as value-added tax (VAT) in some countries. Most countries with a GST have a single unified GST system, which means that a single tax rate is applied throughout the country. A country with an unfit GST platform mergers, central tax, e.g. sales tax, excess duty tax and service tax, with state-level tax, e.g., entertainment tax, entry tax, transfer tax, sales tax, and luxury tax, and collection them as one single tax that consists fat value everything at a single rate. Direct and indirect costs. Direct and indirect costs. Direct cost is price that can be directed to product of specific goods or service. A direct cost can be tracked to cost object, which can be service, product, or department. Direct and indirect costs are the two major types of expense of costs that companies can incur. Indirect costs often various costs, meaning the fluctuates with production levels such as inventory. However, some costs such as indirect costs are more individual to exist to specific product. Example, if indirect costs include depreciation and administrative expense. Direct versus indirect labor. In addition to the labor that goes directly into producing to the product to sell, your business must maintain the physical and information system that allow you to do production work and deliver the end result to consumer. Handling inventory, shipping order, counting invoice, making sales calls, and writing employee take back all generally indirect labor costs that are treated as part of overhead costs rather than cost of goods sold. In indirect costs, that cost can increase appreciably relative to the form of business you transact. You still have to have your other client with your back on that of birth of 10. There will like to more blood after 10 blotches, but it certainly wouldn't take 10 times as long to clean it. Direct costs are expense that can be easily tracked to connected to the item your business product of the service its providers. Your company different material expense are the cost of consumable things that you need the product the item your business selling. If for example your company makes aluminum can, the material purchased and shipped into can will be consumed at your product. Consumer and certainly related or trackable to the can your business product. Are the result the cost of the aluminum is a direct material expense. If your labor cost is directly related to the product of the item business makes, its direct cost too. Your direct labor cost will equal the amount of money you pay to employee and contractor who are immediately responsible for the physical production of the item your business sells. Indirect expense. Unlike indirect costs are expense that are necessary for your business, but not indirectly related to your company product. Of goods of production is service. Example in cost are the account your business paid in the rent, the depreciation of your company equipment, and the property tax your business paid. Comparative and superlative. Comparative and superlative adjective. Comparative adjectives are used to compare two things or people to each other. A beef is bigger than a car. Bill is older than Harry. Superlative adjectives are used to compare one member of a group to the whole group. The Nile is the longer river in the world. In our class, Maria is the older and Shirley is youngest. Formation of the comparative and superlative form of adjective. Globalization. Number 1. Large company usually large take advantage of the enormous protein or international market. They use simple budget. For example, the speed that needs some to build the infrastructure to support future revenue. Entrepreneurs, on their hands, have limited resources, few connection and trade budget when they go global. They need to be confident that they doing the right things. They also need to believe and respect one world-leading principle. Go as you go. In other words, you must be finance global expansion as global revenue come in at not before. Number 2, use like this culture allowed or entrepreneur. Why go globalization at all? One reason for many entrepreneurs is that they must carry years after founding of the company, evaluating technology international inch ETI. A large company approach us saying, "Who respected you in Europe? We are ready to buy." Next, infinitives and growths. A growth is verb. It's in from that function as a noun and names action greater than a person of thing. You can use growth as the subject, the complement, or the object zero, a stencil, or after preparation. Infinitive are two forms of the verb. The infinitive form is learn, is to learn. Learn is to learn. You can also use infinitive to ask subject, the complement, other object of the sentence. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.